am finally settled in a hotel room. This past week at Bansko Nomad Fest has been such a whirlwind, and I've been fraught with so much emotions. Leaving Bansko was very sentimental for me. It was just like a whole week of heightened emotions. I was so happy at the opening party. I've been at Bansko Nomad Fest twice now, 2 times in a row, and last year I was being invited to cover the event, so I went there as a first timer. This time I am here as a speaker. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's Isabel of Bel Around The World. Today I am just settled down post Bansko Nomad Fest, and so I want to share with you some of my insights. If you have heard of Bansko Nomad Fest before but are curious what it's like, what happens during the fest, and considering to visit next year or the upcoming year, continue watching on because I'm gonna spill the beans. I've been to 2 Nomad Fests now in 2 consecutive years, and so I have so much to say about it. So, Bansko Nomad Fest is held at Bansko, Bulgaria every year. I'm not quite sure when it started or how it went on my radar, but I thought it was pretty cool and I haven't been to Bulgaria before. So 2 years ago, I decided to finish my stint in Latin America and visit Bansko for the Nomad Fest. So basically, Bansko Nomad Fest is a week-long event that happens typically at the end of June for a whole week, and they host a range of different topics related to digital nomadism, which is a rising trend. The past 2 years that I've attended it, it just reinforced the fact that digital nomadism is here to stay, and more businesses and companies and individuals are just transitioning into remote life, remote working, which is quite a scary phenomenon, as scary as AI is because of how mobile and how globalized everyone is now. I can't believe I've been one of the pioneers of it. So back then, when I started traveling full-time, like 5.5 years ago in 2018, that wasn't a thing. That was just making travel my full-time job. So I was always just traveling and visiting places on my own, not really seeking out a community. So it was only 2 years ago that I got introduced to this like digital nomad community, and also because I started traveling solo. So Bansko Nomad Fest typically have week-long talks surrounding digital nomad topics such as tax, investments, property, businesses. This year was a lot of AI stuff, remote tools, how to boost productivity, remote teams, how to manage that, traveling and well-being, how to navigate full-time travel while working remotely, topics like that, including podcasts, different marketing strategies as well, because there are a lot of startups I noticed. So different strategies, different marketing strategies like podcasting, SEO, content marketing, topics such as these. That typically goes on for a full morning. You then get extra activities like yoga, fitness sessions. They also organize this thing called unconferences. Any individual who participates in the fest gets to go up on stage and pitch their idea to teach or share or make their business known. Those topics happen throughout the afternoon. There are also extra activities to promote the local tourism like horse riding, whitewater rafting like ATV, golf, little like day trips out as well. So you can take part in those. And the evening activities include scavenger hunts, it includes pub quiz, it includes speed dating. Last year it was like speed networking. So I thought this year would be the same, but this year was actually speed dating where the girls would sit on one line and then the guys had to rotate and meet each girl every 5 minutes, which was interesting because digital nomad dating is a very interesting topic and it's also very controversial. There are a lot of stories to tell. So there was that. Then there was always this classic tradition of bonfire nights where they would take us to somewhere remote in the forest of Bansko to host a bonfire night and party. So there's always parties involved. I feel like the demographic skewed a lot to obviously Europeans, specifically British, quite a fair bit of Germans. Then here and there, you know, like Austrians, Portugal, Spain, yeah, stuff like that. And then there's a huge population of Israelis as well. I honestly speaking, I've not met this many Israelis before, and meeting all of them has piqued my interest to visit Israel. So if you're from Israel, drop me a comment at the bottom and let's connect. Maybe I'll visit Israel. I think I'll visit Israel pretty soon. Oh yeah, quite a fair bit of Americans, but there's not many Asians. So it was nice to see some Japanese people hanging out this year, as well as a Vietnamese girl, I believe. And so that's the overview of Bansko Nomad Fest. Now, let's talk about my thoughts about this year's Bansko Nomad Fest. But before you do, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you continuously get cool videos such as this. So Bansko Nomad Fest feels different between the first time I went and now. I definitely can get why people keep coming back. Every time people ask me about Bansko Nomad Fest, what it's like, and I ask people as well, oh, why do you come here? Everyone says the same thing. They always say that they've heard so much about Bansko Nomad Fest and it's such an iconic event within the nomad scene that it's worth to check out, which I super duper truly agree. And I see why people keep coming back, because I like to tell people this, like, we're a bunch of happily homeless people roaming around the world from all parts of the world. I'm from Singapore, there are people from Japan, there are people from Austria, Israel, everywhere, every part of the world. And what unites us all together is attending events like this. So coming back this second consecutive time and meeting familiar people, it's like homecoming for me. I was super sentimental because it feels like I had not seen these people in ages, because they're in Albania and I'm in Bali and they're in Greece. So there is virtually no way that we would have otherwise met up if not for this event. And I feel so charged by this, perhaps because one, I have my people here and I feel so much more at home and comfortable. Two, I don't know, I feel like nomads, we all come in as a single individual, but then we kind of bond over this unstated like-mindedness, and so it's very easy to connect with people that you don't even know. And so, like, as much as I was very sad that my crew from last year isn't here this time, I was still glad to see the same crew like Eva, Stefanos, Marvin. I met some cool people, new faces as well, which is nice. It wasn't as close a bond as I had last year, but I also had more time then. And this time, it was really nice because I feel like all these people are like siblings, like brothers and sisters from another country. And we were able to talk about everything, including like boys with the girls and stuff like that. It's quite funny and very heartwarming. And it feels like there is nothing holding us back from each other, and so everything was very transparent and honest, which is such a valuable quality in conversations, because of just by the virtue of the fact that it's so rare to be able to connect and be fully open and transparent with each other. And I'm able to do that with the girls here, so it's been super fun, like discussing about boys, talking about drama, gossip. Well, I don't partake in them, but it's fun to, you know, just hear stories about people. I know you guys are surprised by the fact that I'm an introvert, and I'm surprised that you're surprised, because I thought it was pretty obvious, but maybe I'm getting better at being an extrovert, because as an introvert, I used to be really afraid of meeting new people, let alone public speaking. So I connected with Ian of Travel Massive. Shout out to you, amazing man, whom I met here. But I first attended Travel Massive very early on in my blogging days, maybe in 2016 when I was still a student, and obviously had zero social skills apart from the schoolmates that I knew. So coming from a very conservative Asian mindset, I was like deathly afraid of meeting like foreigners who had that confidence and just who knew everyone in the room. This timid little girl attending this Travel Massive event in Singapore. Fast forward to today, I feel more comfortable surrounding myself with people, with nomads especially, because of just how everyone is so friendly and social, because they come in as a single individual with the mindset of meeting new people. So it's very easy to make friends and connect. So that is one of the reasons why Bansko Nomad Fest brings in so many cool people and so many returning attendees despite logistical faults here and there, unforeseen weather. The quality of talks, so for this year, I felt like the quality of talks weren't on par with the last year's. I felt like last year's talks were much more valuable. I was actually taking notes. This year's talks were kind of like surface level. Also the fact that I was very focused on practicing my speech, I didn't really pay attention to the talks. But the unconferences, the events that happened after the talks, are massively fun. Like, if you asked me 1 year ago today, would I be out partying till 2 a.m., I would tell you that I'm a granny and I go to bed at 10, 11. But that could be the fact that I've been on my own. I just not have had friends to have fun with. In Singapore or at travel blogging events, I would always have this inhibition in me. In Singapore, I feel like there are no fun parties anywhere, or my friends are not fun, or I don't have any friends that are on their own and out to party. So I had all this untapped energy that I didn't even know that I had, and so that was unleashed in all of the nights. I was just telling Marvin that the past few nights I've been sleeping at 2 a.m. because of fun, because of all these events. I had a bit of drinking and stuff like that, but all good. It was really fun. Honestly, the people makes the fest, as I've mentioned. Not just meeting like-minded people, but also meeting experts, meeting people from different fields. There is so much synergy and collaboration involved. People were super open to exchanging ideas, like at different stages of your business, including topics like remote teams, health and wellness, lifestyle, apps, podcasts. I spoke about SEO naturally, and a lot of startups happening. You get a whole range of people. You get to learn from them, exchange ideas. They challenge you, well, because everyone's from different walks of life, so everyone's perspectives are different. The conversations that we have go beyond your realm of familiarity, which is nice. Like, I had a friend, Jorin, who asked me what my next business idea, what I would want to do, and things like that. It really left me dumbfounded. And then I met a really amazing, successful businessman, Liam, who runs Running Remote, who was like, what do you want to achieve in the next 90 days? Answer me now. What will you do if you don't achieve those goals? I was like literally on the spot, because I was like, that is the question that I've been asking myself, but I just haven't been. I've set goals, but it doesn't mean that I have been working towards them. Just the struggles of being a solopreneur, entrepreneur. Sometimes you don't get to share the problems with people around you because they do different things. They don't really get what you do and where your footsteps are. You're able to see people from all walks of life at different stages of their businesses here that you can have conversations with and be stimulated with ideas and to be challenged. So that's what I really liked as well. Coming into Nomad Fest, clearly I haven't been to a lot of other Nomad conferences, which I'm hoping to change that. There's so many cool ones coming up, co-living, co-working spaces, which I hope to be more active in. Bansko in general, the town itself is a ski town, so it's like a very countryside town, which I love. It feels very therapeutic to me because like everyone's friendly, even the dogs and the horse and the cats can be friendly. So it is a very calming town, but with the social aspect. It isn't like cities where everyone's impersonal and everyone's busy with their lives and minding their own business, because it's a small town. The pace of life is slower. We actually have time to have a chat, hang out, walk home together, watch movies together, like super platonically, and just have a good time, like even cooking together, going back to like the primal social activities like the bonfire nights. I really enjoyed that, even though it was a bit of a rave, which I'm not complaining about. It was super fun, but just like putting your feet on the ground in the mud on its own is very healing. And so I hope you've had a good glimpse of what Bansko Nomad Fest is. I've already been attending this fest for 2 years. I really enjoy it. I hope to be back. I like to say that, hey, all these friends that I meet in Bansko Nomad Fest, we're gonna see each other again. When are we gonna see each other? Next year, because we're gonna attend the Bansko Nomad Fest together. So it brings people together. I really, really, really enjoyed it. Like, this is not even sponsored, but like just my personal thoughts. I feel so at home there. And I've become best friends with not best friends, but I've become good friends with my landlord and my ex-landlord. Everyone is so helpful. Like, they come in, they see that my curtain is down, and then Philip offers to just fix it for me, and my doorknob handle was loose and he pulled out a screwdriver and fixed the doorknob for me. So it's a really nice time. I feel like it's kind of like a home away from home, and that is why I have been looking forward to returning to Bansko. So if you guys are interested to learn more about Bansko Nomad Fest, I'll paste the link down below. I will also create a separate video on life in Bansko, because I ran an Instagram poll and I've had some curious people requesting that. So I will also put that video up. For now, I have a red-eye flight to catch tomorrow morning at 5:40 in the morning. to go sailing in Croatia in collaboration with a sailing company. So I'm excited to go to that, go back to tropical living in my bikinis. No, go back to tropical living on a sailboat, no less. So stay tuned for that video as well. If you enjoy this talk, if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy this channel, I would really appreciate if you guys subscribe and hit the like button below, and I will see you in the next video.